Well, hi there. Welcome to Living in Seattle Suburbs. If you're thinking of moving to Seattle, perhaps you've had a relocation or you want to live by friends and family, or perhaps you live in Seattle and you just like to live more out in Mother Nature, you've come to the right place because I know all about the suburbs around Seattle because I'm a real estate broker and I've had the opportunity to go to almost all the towns. I would imagine every one of them because I've lived here most of my life. And when I go out to the towns with my clients, I like to know about where I'm taking them and what they're going to experience there. So I try to do some research. And now I'm going to share that with you so that you can make an educated decision as to where you're going to live in the suburbs outside of Seattle. Just because you're getting a job in Seattle or perhaps on the east side in Bellevue doesn't mean that you have to live in Seattle or Bellevue. It's considerably more affordable to move into the suburbs, and there's also better transportation now. So today I thought I would start with Marysville, Washington, because that's where I live, and it's north of Seattle, about 35 minutes. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button now, because I will update you on the towns I'm going to be featuring next. I've got quite a few in my pocket, and I'm going to show them to you very soon. So let's start out with Marysville, Washington. What you do is you travel north from Seattle, generally on I-5, and go up to Marysville about a half an hour away. You can get to Marysville by commuter train or even our new light rail. You can also carpool or you can drive yourself. So the new light rail has really been an advantage for all of us. And many of us take it down to Seattle just for fun. We also take it to the airport. Then we don't have to have anybody drive us all the way down there because the airport's south of Seattle. So I always give myself like an hour and a half to go to the airport just, because it's a little stressful. So some older friends were just telling me 2 days ago that they took the light rail to the airport and there was a shuttle that picked them up right there. And also they missed the stop, but they just went to Angle Lake and then came back. So it wasn't too bad. The light rail, I rode it all day one day. I have a senior discount Orca card and it was like $6 unlimited. Or you can take the commuter train. And my daughter, she works in Marysville and she goes to Seattle a couple days a week. She has switched to the commuter train and she loves it. She said it drives down on the water side and she sees harbor seals every day. And there's a sunken ship there. She sent me these pictures and videos and she said it's very relaxing. And as you can see, the commuter train's pretty nice inside and there wasn't much going on around it. So I know it starts in Everett and I know it stops in Edmonds. And then I'm not sure of the stops, but I know it has less stops and more of a shorter route. So one of the things you can do getting around is carpooling. There is an express lanes in Seattle, and once you hit Northgate, which is north of Seattle, that's why they call it Northgate. They've done a lot of building there. There's movie theaters and restaurants. There used to be a big Northgate mall, and they kind of tore a lot of that down, and they put in the the transportation to catch the commuter train right there, and buses and things like that. So you can take it all the way from Linwood, Northgate, all the way to Seattle, past Seattle and down, keep going down south to the airport. So talking about moving to Seattle suburbs, yes, it is doable. Yes, it's more affordable. Yes, it's more relaxing. Yes. So Marysville, Washington is a lovely suburbs, and I picked it because I live here and I like it. The median age in Marysville right now is around 38. The median household income is up to 105, like around 100 to 105. I know personally there's income that's way less than that, definitely less. The home prices, you can get anywhere from the 500s on up. We have new construction, we have resale residential, we've got condos, we've got standalone condos, which are like a house but zoned as a condo. You have the amenities of a condo, but you've got your own home, and some of them have fences around them and everything. So they're pretty different. We've also got manufactured home parks. There's quite a few for those over 55. That's a whole other video, but I guess specialize in it. I will help anybody buy a home. I don't care if it's an $87,000 home, which we just got accepted today for some clients I've been helping to find a home, and that was all they could afford. And they've been living in a hotel, and sometimes life throws us some curveballs and you got to just hang in there. So they did, and we just got accepted. And I'll tell you, it wasn't easy. Some of these parks have very stringent applications, and they needed to have a 740 credit score, and they only had a 730, but we went ahead and submitted an application and they got it. So, and it was like their 5th time they've tried to buy something. So it's like, we did it. I'm so happy. So yes, we have these parks, which are super great. I mean, the best client to live in a manufactured home park, I think, is a senior citizen who has like an IRA or retirement. You can pay cash for your home, and then you're just paying the space lease, which runs up to $1,000. And included in the space lease, which is monthly, generally is water, sewer, and garbage. I've even seen internet. I've seen people save money on all the utilities because they purchased in a manufactured park. Another benefit of the parks is that there's generally a lot of other people around your age there. Some of them have pools, and a lot of them have activities, so they're a lot of fun to do. So yes, we have lots of homes here, and we also have, which are my favorite, are historical homes. Yes, very historical. So if you're looking for something that's turn of century, you can get it with a yard or with acreage, just depends on what you want. And if we don't have it in Marysville, we're gonna have it in one of the other little towns that are really close by that touch us, like Tulalip, Stanwood, Arlington, Lake Stevens, Granite Falls, all around us. There's a lot of towns, and everything has their unique, features they offer, and also their desirability right now. Lake Stevens is like 5 minutes away from me, and it's the #1 town right now. And I think it's the 38-year-olds have all moved in, but they've brought in new construction and also new restaurants and things like that, and there's a beautiful lake there. I have done a video on Lake Stevens, so I can share that with you. So lots of houses here, whatever you want, we've got it. We are spread out. We're in a valley, and we go up the hills on both sides a little bit. It is about the same weather as Seattle. It's different though. So whenever I go to Seattle, I always check the weather because it can be 10 degrees cooler or hotter. It just depends. And that 10 degrees can make a difference. So if you've heard the rumor, it's true. Up here in Seattle, you want to wear layers. I never leave the house unless I have like a sweater and a vest, a jacket. In my car, I keep a couple umbrellas. I've never had to use both of them at the same time, but because of my work, I want to be prepared for clients. I've got hiking boots in there in case we go hiking, because I can get a call like that and say, can you make it this afternoon and go hiking up in the mountains to look at a property that's off grid? And I can, say yes. And I know I don't have to pack anything. I'm good to go. So weather is generally, I call it kind of moderate seasons. We don't have like extreme winters or extreme summers all the time, but we can get snow generally around Christmas, and then we've had it in March. So 1 or 2 times a year, and I'll tell you, those 2 times a year we are shut down. I mean, nobody wants to go to work, and it's, we have a lot of hills, so it's just different. It's different than anywhere else, I think. Driving in the snow in Seattle, I don't want to do it. Summers, we have started getting like an extremely hot week in August. So everyone has ran out and gotten those roll around air conditioning units. And if you're lucky, you have general AC. Otherwise, we have the ones that roll around. They're a couple $100s. You put it in you put the hose in your window. I set mine up myself. And then when you're done, you put it in your closet and you're good to go. But I'll tell you, that 1 week of 100-degree weather, you want air conditioning. I have friends who don't have it though, and that's their choice and they're fine with it. So that's how we do that. So let's see, what are the pros of living in Marysville? Well, affordability. Houses are much less than in Seattle. I mean, quite a bit less. You can buy a house that's, let's say for $600,000 here, you could get a 4-bedroom, you could get 1,800 square feet, and have a pretty good sized yard up to 6,000. But down in Seattle, no, you're not going to get that. And they don't have large yards, and their square footage is much, much smaller. But, you have the benefits of living in a city. So it just depends on what you want. Affordability, proximity to nature. Oh my goodness. I mean, it's like hard to do everything. And I've lived here for years and there's still things I haven't done. And I grew up here. I grew up in Everett, South Everett, because they break Everett up. North, South, Silver Lake. Downtown. And that's the biggest town north of Seattle, Everett. That's where Boeing is as well. And so many things to do here, which like most of the towns, because I-5 runs north and south, and a lot of the towns are, up and down I-5. You can get over to the Puget Sound in 15 minutes and do tide pooling, look for little crabs. I do that frequently. Have an ice cream, get fish and chips. You can catch the ferry, or you can go east and go to the mountains, like the Cascade Mountains, the Mount Baker Range, and do everything they do in the mountains, like hiking, skiing, snowshoeing, hunting. We get cabins, and we'll go stay an hour away. We're an hour away, but it's so different than where we live right here if you go in the mountains. We drive through the mountains every season because every season has its own beauty. My favorite is October, and I love to drive over Highway 2 heading east to Leavenworth, and it's about an hour away, I think an hour, and it is a Bavarian town. Write that down, Leavenworth, and it's a day trip. You can stay. We got a cabin, I think it was 2 years ago when we had family come in from out of the country, and there was like 8 of us, and we all stayed in a cabin and loved it, and there was a hot tub and everything, and it was so affordable, and there was snow. And then we went into Leavenworth, and Leavenworth is an authentic Bavarian village, but what for sure you're going to experience there is that you can park and walk around the town. It's not that big, but you can see everything, and there's lots of little shops, local goods. There's a Christmas store, and it's got the Bavarian theme, so you can also get a hot dog. There's some shops with really hot mustards and sauces in them. And then clothing and gifts for friends. And it's fun. It's really fun. And they have outdoor dining and indoor dining. They've got several hotels right there. There's a park right there, which has every season something. I mean, a huge Christmas tree lighting ceremony. They have art in the park a lot. So you can catch something anytime going over to Leavenworth, and it's so close to Marysville. We've also got the Centennial Trail, and that runs north and south through Snohomish County. And Snohomish County is the big county up above King County where Seattle is. And it has most of our towns in it. We don't have a whole lot of counties in Washington State. They're larger. I mean, I lived in Missouri for a while, and oh my gosh, they had so many counties. They were so small. So lots of things to do. We've got the Centennial Trail, which runs north and south, basically. It's paved. I generally will put a picture in most of my YouTube videos. I'll put one in here of it so you can see it, but it's different in every city. And I've gone from city to city on it. I went 15 miles once and didn't even know I did 15 miles. So it's so beautiful. And once again, you can see things that you don't see from a car. And anybody can do it. Bike it, walk it, push your baby, roller skate, anything you want to do. So what are the cons? Oh no, the cons about living in Marysville, Washington. Well, let's say traffic and commuting. Oh my gosh. Yes, traffic can get jammed up, but it does that everywhere in all the towns around here. So it looks at the traffic, and we do have Boeing that gets let out a couple times a day. So it is possible to navigate around what is basically I-5. There's Highway 99, there's Highway 9, there's the Yellow Ribbon Highway between Everett and Marysville. I take that frequently. That's a little secret. And, just lots of ways to stay out of the traffic. But yes, it's a reality. Also, we have a lot of new construction. But you know what? They handle that very well. There's limited nightlife here, but we do have the Tulalip Resort. And that is west of us. And it's massive. And it is an Indian resort. And they've done very, very well. And it's a beautiful, beautiful resort. Over there with the resort on the Indian land, they also have some shopping like Cabela's. There's a Walmart. They've got new construction coming in. There's some chain restaurants like Paneras, the Olive Garden, the Ram, and then there's the premium outlets. Oh, wow. I could do a whole YouTube video on that. I've been there twice, so you could tell I'm not a really big shopper. But they do bus people in from Canada. But what's nice is that it's on the other side of the freeway, so we don't see the traffic, but it's there if we need it. And school just started, and everybody I know was going over there with their kids and getting the best deals. And they say they're the best deals. So you have the premium outlets, and you've got Tulalip, which has a live music. I don't want to say every night, but definitely like Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's got fine dining. It's got the gambling, but it also has a restaurant there called Cedars that I prefer. And it's low lit, it's comfortable, it's quiet, and it's really affordable, but it's beautiful. And the food is so good. So those are some of the things that are super great about here. We have a couple little parks. We've got like Jennings Park. There's actually quite a few parks, and you can go down to the estuary, which is in the south part of Marysville, and it's where actually the salt water comes in and fills the marshes. So it can be empty one day and then full. So it's really beautiful, and it also brings in a lot of wildlife. And you can walk around there and launch a boat. So living in Marysville, Washington, I think is a wonderful choice to make. We've got a wide range of house prices. We've got some great grocery shopping. We've got Winco's, Costco's, Safeways, Albertsons. We have a movie theater, bowling alley, roller skating. And, if you want something different, just run down to Seattle or even Everett. They'll probably have it. So I want to say thank you for stopping by my channel, Living in Seattle Suburbs. My name is Miss Meryl Lee. I'm a real estate broker. I've been doing this a while, and I love the area that I live in. I refer to it as the Pacific Northwest, and we're on the Puget Sound, which is so lovely. And if you're thinking of moving here, go ahead and subscribe, because we can talk about things, we can chat, and also I can update you when I've got something new coming out. So thanks again for stopping by.